Hey, Bob.
How are you?
I am better than usual, if I'm being honest with you.
It's another Wednesday, and it's another weekly dose.
Rob, are we going to keep the name Weekly Dose?
What do you want to call it?
I don't know. Maybe we should open up for ideas. Do you think Weekly Dose works? Do you think it works, Rob? Do you think Weekly Dose works?
Yeah, if you come up with something better, let me know.
No, I'm just saying.
One of the viewers, one of our many
thousands,
tens of viewers wants to give a suggestion.
How we'll look back at this in the future and laugh at that statement, Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever we could name the viewers.
We start getting hundreds.
Well,
we have hundreds of viewers.
20s of I'd be happy with. How are you, bud? You good?
Yeah, Olivia just came in the door there.
Hi, Olivia.
She came in the front door.
All right. She's always comes in whenever I'm on. She wants me to say hi to her. I could chat to her on Facebook if she wants. She does not have to come into your room to get me to say hi. We could chat behind your back anywhere. WhatsApp, Instagram. Is she on Instagram?
I think she has an account, but she doesn't actually ever go on it.
Good. That'll be the last place you look then. I'll chat to her on Instagram.
Okay, you do.
That's the way forward.
So we were just talking about assisting and equipment and Profoto B10s and B10 pluses.
Yeah. B10. The B10 plus. Yeah.
B10 plus is the 500 watt unit.
I'm going to buy a B10 plus.
What are they, about $2,000 or something? $2,000 American?
$2,000 for one, yeah.
Yeah, $1,500 for the 250 watt second unit.
That's okay, isn't it?
Well, when you compare it to Godox or anything else,
yeah.
I mean, it seems expensive,
but the fact reliable.
That it's reliable.
Not that Godox isn't, but
well, Godox isn't. No, it isn't reliable. And, the fact that you can put Profoto shapers on it.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's the whole thing.
I know,
It comes down to the Profoto shapers. I mean, yeah, you can put a softbox on it. You can put an umbrella on it. You can, put a standard reflector with a grid on it. Big deal. But then when you start getting into beauty dishes, there's soft light reflectors. Soft light reflector, which is what they call it.
Who calls it that?
Profoto calls it a soft light reflector.
Yeah.
So you look at the silver or the white with a grid, without a grid, with a diffusion, without a diffusion. I mean, it's a beautiful light. And then you start getting into Fresnels, small Fresnels. You get into the hard box.
I had a friend called Billy Fresnel. He had a hard box. So he told me.
Was it Billy Fresnel or was it Billy Fresnel?
Well, he called himself Fresnel, but we all called him Fresnel, which he didn't like. And that's what gave him the hard box, I think.
Billy Fresnel. They used to have. God, what was it called? Oh, I got to ask Peter what this was.
It's your friend, Peter.
Peter who's
going to come and do a chat.
Yeah, he's going to do a podcast sometime soon. They used to have a light where you mounted the head in the top, and it was kind of like it was a metal softbox, but it was only about 8 inches wide.
Sounds dangerous.
And maybe 18 inches long, and it had a louvered front. And it was specifically designed to light shoes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
From Profoto.
Yeah. Oh God.
Whenever you say Louvre, you sound French.
Louvre.
What did you lend me?
And the original Profoto softboxes.
So knowledgeable. You're so knowledgeable.
They were called Pro Globe bouncers.
I had a Pro Globe. No, I didn't. It was a Gobstopper. I think it was something else.
Yeah. Original softboxes were called a Pro Globe Bouncer, and they actually had one of the Profoto Pro Globes, which is a 30 centimeter globe that fits over top of the flash tube, and then the softbox goes around that to make it extra soft.
You're like a photo porn hub, aren't you? It's like photo chatterbait. Without the beautiful imagery, or not?
Too much.
Wow. What did you lend me for the New York shoot? Was it it was a beauty dish, wasn't it? On your advice, I took
when you
a beauty dish.
when you went out raining and it was raining.
Yeah.
I think that was a soft light silver. I think
that was nice.
Soft light silver is the best kept secret.
It was
until I just said that to our
no. I mean, it was
20 viewers.
It was beautiful. Yeah, 20 viewers will be. Right? But a Profoto will never look back. It was it was beautiful. Dark grey skies. It was nice. It was just what the doctor ordered. And of course, had I had time to be brilliant, I'd have probably come up with something completely different. But I didn't have time to be brilliant, so I had to just move forward with that.
Oh, it's a beautiful light. You just got to keep it. You got to keep it reasonably tight to the subject.
See,
slightly out of frame.
You'll see whenever you're watching this back how I remember just what you said about that. Because I was up a ladder doing shit, and it was just out of frame. But anyway, it went down well.
So, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many
stories you got there, Chris?
Rob, they're not really stories. You know what I'm like? I'm not really oriented by stories anymore.
You don't really have anything that's pertinent weekly.
Well, that's why the viewers sort of. What I have one photographic, what I would call an interesting story, okay, for me, and then I have two other stories that are kind of gear stories, Rob. Think of that. And this hurts me to do. This hurts me to do it, but I want to just shift over sideways a wee tiny bit. It doesn't sit well with me, but someday a few people.
Well, okay, you tell me your gear story. Tell me one of your gear stories right now.
Yeah, okay. It's not gear story. Well, it's not a specific gear story. It's where would you buy if you had some dollars at the minute to go and buy something. You'll totally disagree with me. Well, maybe you won't. But somebody we know is looking to change systems. Okay, and they were asking me advice, and I said that I bought my Sony from Panama's. And Panama's, I don't know, I should have researched all this. I don't know where Panama's exists. I have no idea. I think it's Hong Kong. But automatically you think grey import, but it's not. Well, it's not. It comes with a British warranty. I don't know how that works. I have no idea how any of this works.
But you have to send it back to them. You can't send it to Sony.
No, I think you can send it to Sony. I think that was the thing that cut it for me. I think you can send it to Sony. I don't know what. UK 3-year warranty, 14-day money back guarantee, all inclusive prices, brand new in box, insured express shipping 4 to 5 days. I bought it in the middle of Christmas last year, the year before, when it was here in 2 days at Christmas time.
Cool.
Prices are great. Prices are well lower than if you go to buy it here. Now, what I did suggest to this person was that I bought a body from them and then bought a lens from Wax to be supportive. But you don't have to do that. You don't want to be supportive. You know what I mean? Well, you don't have to. You know, some people don't. Some people can't afford to be supportive. You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and you know what? What was the difference? 100 quid. It wasn't a massive amount of money, but anyway, it left me feeling content that I had taken Bobby D's
But
advice.
It gives Angus a job. Angus, Kelly, and Matt
have a
job.
No, 100%.
Dave.
Listen, I know. I'm being flippant. I get what you're saying. I think we do have to be responsible, especially nowadays.
Dude, think about it. When this pandemic is over.
I know.
What happens to retail stores? What happens to storefronts?
No, I get you. I'm not.
It's going to be brutal, man.
I think the word you're looking for is a shit show, Rob. I've yawned 4 times. You know why? I'm going to Dublin in about 6 hours to pick somebody up from the airport. I might not even get there.
I thought you already went. Did you just cough at me?
I'm going to cough again, Rob.
Oh, don't do that, dude.
I'm sorry.
I thought you already went.
Well, I'm going at 3.
I could have had coffee with you this morning.
You couldn't. The reason why we couldn't have coffee was a different reason, Rob. Different reason. I know you should know it. You should.
So many reasons.
I know, but listen, you should have said you were in my part of the woods.
No good reason.
Listen, I thought,
a poor excuse.
Listen, I thought I was going to have to travel to Belfast to meet you. I didn't know you were coming up my end. If you'd said, Chris, I'm going to come up your end, I would have been delighted.
I would have never said that.
I would have been delighted to have you.
Never would have said that.
Panamas
never
are excellent. Trustpilot 5 stars. I researched them for a long time because you're always worried about getting ripped off for tax and import. Now, the thing is, with Brexit, I don't think that affects it. I've been Googling it and I can't see anything that says anything else.
Well, no, it's not coming from Europe.
No, it's not coming from Europe, so it's still a win-win situation. I'm going to, well, you're probably going to talk about the A1, I imagine, because you're a big.
Or do you want to say something about it?
No, I'll chip in.
You lead with it. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I couldn't. Rob, I couldn't lead with my ears or my mouth. You're the leader, buddy. Just so you know. So Panamas. Now, the second story is going to be very quick because it's what you do if you own Canon and you want to jump ship to Sony, like I did, like you did. What I did was I sold all my Canon gear to MPB, which is a buy and sell. It's used by. I feel so uncomfortable not talking about something that's art because I'm so wishy. But I'm so wishy-washy even with the art stuff. I'm extra wishy-washy when it comes to the fucking gear stuff. But MPB will essentially you send them the stuff over and they'll give you a price for what the crack is for your lenses. It worked out really well for me. It might not work out really well for somebody else, but it worked out really well for me. Panamas was exceptional, and also Angus and Dave. What do you call the other fella?
Matt.
I like Matt a lot. Yeah, it worked out well for everybody. I am going to buy the new A1 probably, and it will probably be by. They don't have it on site yet. It's not in there. They have the
on Wex.
No, on the Panamas they have the Alpha A7R5. Is it 7R5? 7R4.
R4.
What's one be? I should have went to school. 7R4. Yeah, they have it for 2930. Does that sound okay? Sounds all right, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The A7 III is 26, and the A7
III is 2600.
A7 III, yeah. That's with a 20.
No.
A7 III right. with a 24-70 GM kit lens.
With a lens.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The AR4 is with a 24-105 f4.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's making sense now. Okay,
so you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's me. That's my fucking gear stories.
Is that all your stories?
No,
that's everything.
I've one more brilliant story, Rob. Well,
that's good.
I never disappoint.
That was 14 minutes.
Well, go you have another 26 to fill, my friend.
So what's yours? First story, Chris,
yours is the fucking Sony A1.
It's the most important story that you will hear this week.
This week? Big words, Rob. Tell me what it is.
No permits or fees when shooting on U.S. parkland. And I don't agree at all.
What? Oh, Rob. Yep.
Some asshole took the Park Service to court over getting, a fine, getting a ticket for shooting commercial work on U.S. parkland. and
One
dickhead. And now some moronic judge agreed with him and sided with him. And so now, basically, without getting, there's going to probably be a few more lawsuits, and they're going to keep testing the waters. But basically, you can go on U.S. parkland and do commercial shoots, advertising shoots.
Ansel Adam would be turning in his grave.
There's nothing, basically, from this point, stopping you from shooting a movie or anything else on U.S. parkland.
Rob, let's pack your bags.
That's fucking stupid.
Wow.
100% stupid.
There'll be no spaghetti westerns, Rob, so it's not...
That, the permits pay for these assholes who go on public land and destroy shit, litter, wear shit down. The park rangers and the park staff have to go in there and fix stuff and clean it up and do all that.
Robert,
that's
Rob,
what it's maintenance. It's just
Rob,
normal maintenance.
Rob, have you shares in the park?
No, dude. But can you imagine? Well, look at National Trust. National Trust doesn't come anywhere near any of that. You have to have a permit to shoot commercial or advertising work on National Trust land.
Yeah.
Now, granted, like things like Giant's Causeway are pretty slack. Pretty fucking slack.
Unless you're the Game of Thrones.
Well, Game of Thrones, no doubt, had a permit. But you look at other companies, national companies that go up to Giant's Causeway, put their products on Giant's Causeway, and start taking photographs. Dude, you should absolutely have to pay for a permit to do that stuff.
I know
absolutely.
I know for 100% that the Game of Thrones, they all snuck in. It took them ages. They all snuck in.
It took them 3 weeks.
They drove in their cars.
To walk down the stairs.
They drove in their cars and they just went sightseeing.
And they had little styrofoam like hexagonal rocks that they covered over their heads, and they just sort of stooped down.
They divvied up.
And they waited for a week till everybody showed up.
They divvied up everything between themselves. Some of them had 20K, some of them had 5 wheels. That's what it was. They knew how to do it.
But you think about beautiful places like Monument Valley and
Yosemite,
and just assholes showing up, with film crews and 20 or 30 people,
trampling,
and just trashing the place,
trampling,
and the wildlife. Dude, there's no way that should be.
Rob, I'm buying a rifle. I'm buying a long-sighted rifle.
You're going to go sharpshoot?
I'm going to get the Arma sniper. He was American, the Arma sniper. Do you know that? To bring a bit of political interest into the whole thing. Do you know how they caught him?
Who the Arma sniper is.
Do you know how he was a sniper. He was a sniper that shot people.
Yeah, he was the Arma sniper, obviously.
Do you know how they caught him? Interestingly enough, because
he slipped on a banana peel.
No, I was going out with a girl at the time. He was training to be a solicitor, and she had to go and see cases, and I just went with her, and we brought some lunch. It was kind of like the cinema for criminals. And he was caught because his mum knit him a jumper. This is incredible. His mum knit him a jumper, right? And it was so distinguishable with the fibres. That's how they got him. He was an American. Come over here with his big gun, shooting people. Caught by his mummy's jumper. You couldn't make it up. His mommy's jumper, as they'd say in South Armagh. Sorry to take you away from Yosemite there with a rather beautiful story.
That was my story.
It's a story of political intrigue. Who would sing that? Joni Mitchell probably, wouldn't she? No. Who said about political import?
Joan Baez?
No, it's not Joan Baez. Not Joni Mitchell. Who's the other one?
O'Connor?
No, it's not Sinead O'Connor. Lucia's
Alanis Morissette?
No, you're away the wrong way. Come back into the 70s.
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, come on, Rob. You're skating on thin ice. It's not Janis Joplin. Is it? It's Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin.
Oh.
Janis.
I was close with Adele.
You weren't far off with
Wasn't
it,
I?
I'll be fair with you.
No.
You weren't far off with it. She was a woman. You were close enough there. The feminists will be rooting for you in that one. He got a woman right. Rob, next story is about the A1, isn't it?
My next story is all about Canon. And what the hell are they going to do about the new Sony A1?
What are they going to do?
Dude, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, you've got an 8.3K video downsampled to 8K with potentially no overheating. You have 4K 120 frames per second. And wait, I think you also have 4K RAW as well at
do they have
30 frames
do they
a
have
second.
the flicker? Do they have anti-flicker, Rob?
Oh, they have the... Chris, thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Yes, they do, Chris. Yes, they have the full A9 anti-flicker shutter speed. Dial it up, dial it down in increments. Totally tune out your lighting so there's no flicker. What else do they have? It's 30 frames a second electronic shutter, 10 frames a second mechanical shutter, and for stills photographers, 1/400th of a second sync speed. A 35mm camera with a 400th of a second sync speed.
Yeah.
2/3 of a stop faster than anything else.
Yeah.
That is
faster than the Fuji G Doodah, yeah?
What, the medium format?
Yeah.
Oh, medium format probably is 1/25th of a second.
There was something I read about that. Yeah,
there's always high speed sync.
No,
but
I
this
know,
is
I know.
without high speed sync. This is just regular sync, 1/400th of a second.
How much is it? How much is it, Rob?
Oh, it's 6,500.
No, is it?
Yes.
No, it's not.
It hurts. It totally hurts.
Dollars or pounds?
Oh, whatever you want. Call it whatever you want.
Well, no, but I need to know if it's dollars. That's
it's
not
the same.
60.
It's going to transpose the same. It's going to be the same. It's $6,500. It's going to transpose to be 6,399 pounds or whatever.
That may not annoy you. That would annoy me. I'm down to the last penny.
Oh, dude! I mean, the 400ths of a second sync alone. Oh,
are you going to change, Rob? Are you going to upgrade? Are you going to try? Are you going to go for it?
It's so tempting. It is, but it is so. That's 3 bodies, dude. That is 3 camera bodies right there.
Yeah, I know. But if you got a great job, would you just jump in there and say, "I'm doing that"?
I think the ultimate lineup is to have an A1, an A7S3,
nice,
and an A7 III.
3 bodies, Rob.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I would wear out the A7 III with general work.
Mm-hmm.
I would use the A7S3 for 80% of the video work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would use that A1 for everything else. 50 megapixels.
I know. But that's not a plus for me, Rob. That's not a plus for me. That'll not be a plus.
And you know what? They need to have a compact RAW format.
Yeah.
They need to incorporate that.
Yeah.
You know, a 25 megapixel RAW format.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so nice.
But think of this. An A9 II, okay, and 2 Profoto B10s. You know what I mean? You know, for those who are
Well, you wouldn't get that for that. But yeah,
but
I know what you mean.
You're not a massive amount off it. You're not a massive.
Yeah, you
amount
probably
off
be 1,000, maybe 1,500 pounds off that.
But then you have a full show. You know what I'm saying? I know the backup camera and stuff, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, like the A9 II is like that would be the flagship if the A1 wasn't there.
Rob, I am talking coherently. Ish. About gear.
Yeah, sort of. Yes.
Oh.
What's Brad gonna do?
Oh my gee. No.
Brad's not listening.
No,
Brad tuned out. Brad tuned out after 12 minutes.
I don't know if he skips to do stuff, but I'm forever Brad. I might get a tattoo. Do you know what? I would never like
get a tattoo right across your back.
Well, I wouldn't say across my back. Maybe down my neck. From it here, or a small tear.
What about a face tattoo?
Yes, I'm saying a wee tear that says Brad.
American Suburb X.
No, I think it would have to say nearest truth.
Oh yes.
For me, that's where it's at. Don't do I keep saying this, people don't do a master's, just going with the nearest truth. I'm not even taking it. You're taking the piss. You're belittling. Brad could be a big...
Do you have another story, Chris?
Well, Rob, whenever I say another story, you know what I'm saying, it's something that's more fine arty, because why wouldn't we do that? We are on... We present, okay? We know what to do. We transport. Mm-hmm. We transport. Oh my God, I'm so... I'm going to hang my head in shame. I'm going to lift it up again. I'm going to go back into it. Ideas Report 2020. Photojournalist Emily Garthwaite on finding inspiration at home. This is what this story is about, okay? Our 2020 Ideas Report showed that 49% of people say that family and friends are their main source for inspiration, leading us to deduce that inspiration is sometimes closer than we think. At the start of lockdown, the award-winning photojournalist Emily Garthwaite left her home in Iraq and moved back to her family in the UK. Adapting was hard, but something was amazing happened in the following months. Inspired by time with her family and her surrounding wildlife away from the bust of normal working life, she became more creative than ever. What do you think of that?
Uh-huh.
What does that say to us, Rob? Importantly, what does that say to us? It's a well-being thing. It's a resilience thing, which we're all about at the minute. Resilience, well-being, transitioning. You know, this is inspiration is closer than we think, and then it gives you a diagram, family and friends, kind of broken down into a kind of a beautiful spider's web, okay? And it takes us through, you know, our inspiration, 28% from media, 27% from creative works, scientists and experts, 22%, journalists and authors, activists, 14%, family and friends, 40%, nature, 40%. Hold on, that doesn't add up to... I see a flaw.
Running out of time, Chris.
I see a flaw and they're adding up. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Not good at math.
What they're saying is that, and I said this to a guy today that I met on the beach, that, you know, fuck the big stuff. It's all about the wee stuff. It's all about the wee things. All the stuff that's important is family and friends. And I've realised that actually the important stuff isn't big jobs, not nonsense. It's connections. You know what I'm saying? That's what humans are about. It's not ego, it's Lego.
Chris,
if you get me.
You're the best.
That's like, I know you're saying you love me, Rob. I know what you're saying there is you love me. Everybody else hears it. I've had countless. I've had 40, I think. That's just saying that Rob does love you. And I know that. I know that because of how you operate with me. Your kindness. I know you just can't say it because you're so far up your own backside with regards to that stuff that you just can't. But I'm going to work you down. I'm going to pull you out of your own backside. You'll be grabbing onto the hairs at some point, screaming, I just like you.
Good visualization. Good. Very good. All right, dude. You're over. Oh, yeah. You were over about 30 seconds ago. And we'll just give a nice 5-second gap here.
Aren't you amazing?
Gap.
You're
Silence.
like a fucking gap.
Silence.
You have a gappy hole.
Silence. Silence. It's gaping.